I mean, how's it feel to get back here? Just be back in the groove and everything. How's it feel?
It feels good. Yeah, it's nice to be back. We are towards the end of the training camp. It's been really good conditioning, training and strengthening. So it's been a lot of fun, and it's nice to be back. We have one more game left before the regular season. So we are, I think, looking forward to start the season.
The last preseason game coming up, like you said, is this sort of where you personally start to ramp it up a bit more, or do you still wait until that actual first game?
No, I think that we all start to, going full speed, practices, drills, competing. I think that you can't just wait for the last minute and just turn it on. You got to realize that the other teams do the same thing, and it's going to be very competitive. So I think that these last few days, I think everybody's taking it more seriously, and not that they haven't before, but this is more like, you can sense that on the ice that the drills are a lot more intense, higher pace, a lot more, kind of rubbing each other a little bit, so we get used to it.
And what about, in terms of the last game you guys just had, did you notice that from the opponent as well? That you felt it on the ice, the intensity was higher?
Yeah, these games are competitive. I know it's a preseason, but just like us, the other guys as well compete for their spots, for their jobs. So it's very competitive, and still kind of a lot of mistakes are made, but those are kind of things that we can always correct. But the efforts are always there.
Last year, I remember when you guys had your wrap-up after the playoffs, you were just talking about the youth and how they almost kind of revitalized you and made, you were really excited about it. Even though you had lost, you still seemed excited about the future. Just talk about coming into this season, how you feel, with those young guys, with them having 1 year under their belt.
The feeling hasn't changed. I think that we are, very excited to see how this group's gonna do, and it's not gonna be perfect all the time, but I think that we saw last year that a lot of improvements being made, and a lot of guys really raised their games. So again, another year, new expectations. I think that everybody's looking forward to it. Nothing is gonna be given to us. We're gonna have to go out there and earn it.
Is that something you try to stress to the kids too? because sometimes when you have a good first year, it's a natural tendency for somebody to be like, oh, okay, I can do this at this level. But now the teams are going to readjust to those kids and have a different game plan, so to speak.
Absolutely. I think that you have to prove yourself every year. No matter if it's your first, second, 10th year, you got to go out there and prove yourself and raise the expectations, set some goals for yourself or for the team. And it's not going to be, like I said, nothing's going to be given to you.
What's, just on a fun topic, the Instagram, you've been more active on that. What got you involved with that?
I just wanted to share a little bit of my life, I guess, on and off the ice. Some stuff that I decided to do. It's mostly because I want to share that with the fans. Inspire some of the things that I can do, motivate people, and also show some of my private life to a certain point.
What's the reaction been like from the fans?
I think it's positive. Obviously you can't read all the comments and spend too much time on it.
Yeah.
But I try to always keep it in the rules I set for myself, that I won't cross the line in certain parts of our lives, and if I keep it that way, I think it's gonna be fine. I will never go into promoting alcohol, tobacco, go into politics or religions, stuff like that. So those are very sensitive matters. Just to try to keep it simple, but at the same time, to the point, and try to send messages I live by.
Think about when you first entered the league to now, and factor in social media and all that. Do you as a player feel more connected to the fans? in that respect?
Well, there's a form or way of communicating with the fans or even with the media to a certain point. But again, it's really up to the individual how he likes to, kind of keep it more private, more open, or frequently putting some stuff out there, or just use it for certain situations or things that he likes to do. It's really up to the individual, but really comparing to what has been, since I've been in the league, it's totally not a level.
Crazy.
I mean, back when I started, there was not even cell phones.
Yeah.
So now you have technology is just way beyond.
Right.
So yeah, back then it was all about I think the dial-up internet just started, and it was
Back in the days with the aisles, yeah.
The way you communicate was basically writing letters, some long-distance phone calls, but not too many of those.
Has that been good for you in terms of your family back in Europe, and being able to keep in touch with them?
Yeah, and that's, you were fine with that, and that's all you knew, that's all it was. You kept it kind of very humbling and very appreciated when you kind of received a letter or postcard or, got a phone call. It was kind of once in a while. It wasn't like, normal kind of everyday thing like it's today.
Yeah. And then finally, is there any plans to get on Twitter or Facebook, or is that we'll stick to Instagram
well, my
for now?
Facebook is connected with the Instagram.
Oh, it is?
To
Okay.
a certain point, but I don't spend too much time on that stuff. When I see something or I feel that I can put out there, I'll do it. But I don't feel pressure that I have to do it every other day or just because. And to have between all the social media kinds, it would be probably too much to try to handle.
Yeah.
I like to do it myself.
You don't want it to be a distraction, right?
And also, it's a time consuming. If I want to do it, I want to do it right and with quality, not quantity. So it's if I kind of start doing all those Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, what else is out there linked, there's too many, right? So if I start kind of going into all of them, then it's gonna be probably just a little bit of my effort or energy into all of those, and rather do that, I spend more time into one or maybe two, and it has more quality.
Thanks, man.
All right, no problem.